good, okay? Ladies, I give instruction in the dressing room. We're having a team match, okay? Good luck. God bless you.
Luis Pavon, the third person in the ring tonight. Christina Poncher, Dan Canobio, and Nonito Donaire here with you. Our co-main event, the WBA 135-pound title, is on the line. And here we go. This one's scheduled for 10 rounds, 3-minute rounds.
Holly Holm's going to move around a lot, and it's up to Stephanie Hahn to punch with Holly Holm at the same time so that she can't move around too much because she's going to get hit with stuff. You got to punch with Holly Holm because she loves to move. Right. If you're going to let her throw, she'll move around you.
And in Hahn's last fight, first round, she was on the canvas and cut against Paulina Angel, and that was with Holly Holm in the booth, in attendance, when they knew that fight was going to happen, and she went on to win that fight, Hahn. So she knows how to battle adversity. We talked about how she's a police officer. This is a big fight, the biggest fight of her career.
Good straight right hand coming from Stephanie Hahn.
Yeah, she's got to get the respect of Holm early on.
Nearly a clash of heads there, and something to keep an eye on in this orthodox versus southpaw matchup. Holly Holm in the southpaw stance. As Hahn looks to close the distance, and a nice straight left hand landed there for Holm.
And in Holm's last fight against Yolanda Vega came in June of this past year. It was her first boxing match in over a decade, and I was so impressed with how quickly she acclimated right back to the rule set. She shook off the cobwebs, maybe took her a round or two, and went on to win every round of that fight.
Good body shot there landed for Hahn in that combination. Solid start for the champ as they get tied up here for the first time in the fight.
These are 3-minute rounds, and I remember talking to Holly, one of the fights she was calling with us. She's coming from a world where she was fighting 5-minute rounds.
But not as many.
But she was saying 3 minutes is nothing to me after 5-minute rounds.
Good right hand there from Holm lands. Her solid punch of the fight for the challenger. But she's always been in tremendous shape. I mean, if you watch any of the MVP Uncut, the behind-the-scenes stuff, you can see the way she trains.
At this age, she is absolutely shredded. Both fighters coming in really great shape, and we're seeing a very competitive round one.
Good lead right hand for both women, really. You know, for both fighters, they're throwing that lead right hand like it's a jab, but it's very, very effective. It's all a matter of timing.
As the crowd breaks out in chants of Holly for the challenger here tonight. Both fighters MVP fighters, but Holly Holm has captured the hearts of many throughout her stellar career, both in the octagon and the squared circle.
One of the most recognizable names in combat sports.
Regardless of gender.
Right. She's a global icon when she did the Ronda Rousey all those years back, and then all those title defenses.
10 seconds.
Not only that, having a Hall of Fame boxing career before she even stepped into the cage.
Now back to it for the second time. Looking to win a world title in the fourth weight class. That's a tough round of 4, guys.
I gave it to Hahn. She outlanded Holly.
Yeah.
12-2. She threw more punches.
Give me a deep breath. Good job. Good job out there. Keep working off that jab. You got a nice foot in this one. Keep working off that jab.
Both right hands, but countering with another right hand coming from Hahn.
On the neck.
So again, what I mentioned earlier is that whoever times, because they're using their right hand or their straights properly, and so whoever times pretty much is going to be the one to land the straight.
Just being around both fighters this week, Holm has been at the top level of combat sports. She's been at the biggest of stages. Hahn has not. She is a champion, but she has not been in fights like Holly has been. I sense a little bit of nervousness from Hahn in the lead up to this, but she just had an amazing round one, won the round on my card, and was able to kind of prove me wrong. And the odds are starting to shift now. Hahn at plus 105. Holm still a slight favorite in this fight.
Live odds presented
Good
by
straight
FanDuel.
left or right coming from Hahn that landed. on Holly Holm.
She's so poised, Tom. I mean, to be a police officer, to be a mother at the same time, and a boxer, you have to have a lot of perseverance, a lot of poise, and a really good round one. She's coming out here in round two.
And a mother of a daughter who has a rare genetic disorder, a mother of a special needs kid. She always mentions that. She always brings that up, fighting for her children. And you talk about having poise and patience and resilience, all those things, not only in the ring, but outside of the ring. She's been able to discuss.
And add timing to the list. Her timing is impeccable here.
Well, I think she's figuring out Holly Holmes' move. And all she does is lean to the left and throw that straight right hand, and which usually will land on Holly Holmes.
Left hook.
Beautiful shot there from Han, and then right back comes Holm with the left hand of her own.
Starting to heat up here in round two.
But a really measured, patient start here for the champ. Holm trying to throw that rhythm off, putting everything behind that left hand. Halfway through round two.
Talk about the perseverance of Han. With Holm, it's just straight up, just rounds and rounds and rounds. There's so much experience. She might be rattled a little bit early, but if anyone can overcome it quickly, it's Holly Holm.
She's dedicated her life to being a professional athlete and has fueled her body as such, has trained her body as such. And that's what allows her to perform at this level, at this age, 44 years old. I have so much respect for both of these women.
Big left hand for Holm. Circles out too.
One thing she does have to be cautious of is she is circling out to, Holm is circling out to her left, which is right into that right hand right there of Han. Han working there in the clinch until Pavon breaks them up. Under 30 seconds left here in round two.
Much better round for Holly. Starting to find her rhythm. Talked about how it took her a few rounds to shake off the cobwebs in her first fight in June. Looks like it took her a round to find her timing because she was able to find Han a lot more than in round one.
Oh, and finishing the round strong. You can see that strength there from the preacher's daughter to put an exclamation point on round two.
Holly Han, Stephanie.
With all the ingredients for an all-time classic, Sugar Nunez will face off against Emmanuel Navarrete in an all-Mexican super featherweight unification. Nunez will be putting his IBF title on the line, while Navarrete will be staking his WBO title February 28th, live on DAZN.
Stephanie Han is giving too much respect to Holly Holmes, and that's what you see.
I thought Holm won round two. She had a good exclamation point at the end of the round, found her timing a little bit.
Now we are here in round three. A round apiece on Dan's unofficial scorecard. Exclamation point put on the end of that last round by Holly Holm. Can she pick up here where she left off?
Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, at the end of the round, Han was trying to touch gloves with Holm, and you know, that's just too much respect in this game. You cannot give that much respect. You got to go out there, and you got to make them hurt.
Well, that was kind of the theme all week. Like, I looked up to her. I was so happy she won. I love you, Holly. Like, all those things because of the amount of respect she has from her. But she said, you know, the title's staying with me. But it must be hard to kind of put that aside and come in here and look to basically try to dismantle your idol.
Even when they were doing the introduction for Holly, I looked over and Han was clapping. She was like, you know, but there's a sign of respect. You can do that. And I think that Han is such a professional that she can separate the two.
I think after that round where she didn't get the touch gloves, I think she's kind of mad about it, you know, because she's going in this round.
She needed that.
Maybe that's what she definitely needed. Because right now she's just going for it. Right now she's like, okay, respect is out at the window. I'm going to go out there and make things happen for me now. Oh, good. Great counter.
Counter shot, straight right hand, once again from Han. Able to time that perfectly because Holly came with the same 1-2 pattern 2 times in a row. The champion was able to time it.
And counter that right hand. Or counter that straight with her right hand.
Boxing's beautiful when the basics work perfectly, and she was able to time that counter shot and land that right hand.
One thing that you'll see right now with Han is she's changing her style according to what Holm is giving her.
But it's about adapting, right?
Right, she's definitely adapting to the style that she's been given to with.
Much better round here for the champion, Stephanie Han, who timed perfectly 2 right-hand counters on the challenger as Holm looks to rush forward. But she's keeping her at bay, giving her some distance and using the jab, but she again nearly clips Holm with the right hand.
She's adapting to that pattern that Holm is doing, and she's seeing it, and she's taking a step to make it happen.
The champ gets a round back here as she delivers some of her cleanest punches of the fight in round 3.
That was a beautiful round for Stephanie Han.
That was an outstanding round for Han. She found the timing of Holly. She took with that 1-2 that Holly kept throwing, timed it, and Stephanie Han has opened up a big-time lead in terms of punches landed in this round.
Bring your feet up, and then you can let it go, all right? If she's missing, you can give them go, all right? But definitely high side 9.
Is that step back, straight, counter, and again, that was working.
And then she caught her again with it
in that previous round. That's what she was just kind of finding out that pattern, and she did that over and over in the previous round. Now I want to see what Holm will do to counter that.
The adjustments that Holm can make now.
That's right.
All right, round 4, this one scheduled for 10 championship rounds. 3-minute rounds. They've been able to keep up a pretty good pace. You were talking about some of the numbers in that break.
I mean, Han has outlanded Holly 3-1. She's out throwing her. She's out jabbing her. She's beating her to the punch with the power shots. Stephanie Han is putting together a really good performance through 3 rounds.
Well, like I said, she rises to the occasion, and she's showing it right now. The changing of the pattern and recognizing the pattern that Holm is giving Han, she's
trying to get Han to fight on one of those feints so she can land a counter. But Han showing really good discipline and good poise here in round 4.
The one thing about Holly is she's going to make an adjustment. She's been doing this for a really long time. She's not going to keep throwing that same 1-2 if Han's going to keep countering with the right hand.
Right.
So we're seeing more feints this round.
Good combination there from Han.
One thing too, that Han is also adjusting. If she wasn't throwing it, then Han would throw a straight jab, a 2-1 that would land on Holly Holm. This is incredible to see both.
Gotta protect yourself at all times. Beautiful boxing, though, from both of these ladies. Let's bring in Claudia Trejos. Claudia.
Thank you, Christina. I just spoke with Coach Winklejohn. He's expecting Holly to read that right hand coming from Stephanie Han and wants to make sure that she works those angles, not be so frontal against Stephanie. Just use the angles and stay behind that jab.
Thank you, Claudia, as we got to see a look at the live odds there presented by FanDuel, and Han a little more of a favorite now as the fight goes on.
Came in as the underdog. She's up 2 rounds to 1 on my card, so those odds are reflecting what we're seeing in the ring.
Watch your head. Watch your head. Okay.
I I love the fast pace, but the whole change of the technique. You know, they're constantly changing and catching each other's style.
This is high-level boxing.
This is a great chess match.
This is beautiful, and Holm landed 2 good shots there in the last 20 seconds of that round.
Big breaths. It's trick time. I want to see some corkscrews. Right hand, jab, or left hand.
January 24th in Las Vegas, IBF lightweight champion Raymond Murataya puts his undefeated record on the line against Olympic gold medalist Andy Cruz at the Fontainebleau. Murataya claimed the vacant title in his last outing, but now he faces the fast-rising unbeaten Cruz in his first defense, live on DAZN.
Move your head. As long as you're throwing your shots, you're winning. You're too fast for it. I need 3 and 4 punch combinations now, okay? She's standing straight up. I need those combinations.
Good advice from the corner of Stephanie Hahn. Want to see a little more combination work. Get your hands a little bit busier here. You're landing the right hand, but let's start to throw a few more. Right away, she starts this round changing levels on that jab, up top, then down to the body.
So much on the line in this fight. Lightweight division is absolutely loaded. You got Caroline Dubois, one of the champions. You got Terry Harper, who is a champion. And you also have Katie Taylor, who's not in this division. But is lurking. You know, we can see Holly Holm potentially fight it with Katie. Taylor, but not if she can't get past Stephanie Hahn.
I like what Stephanie Hahn is doing. You know, just changing different and throwing different punches. If she's not countering, she's throwing a 2-1 that lands on Holly Holm. You know, Holly Holm right now is trying to figure out what she can do to land the double jabs and the straight left, which she's getting countered a lot by Hahn.
The numbers are getting wider and wider. Stephanie Hahn is taking a big-time lead in punches landed, 61-17. She's thrown close to 60 more punches than Holm. Landing at a 40% clip with her power shots. Stephanie Hahn.
Flash of heads there for a bit as Holm comes in for the hold.
But the difference between them is that Stephanie Hahn is actually creating different technique, while Holly Holm is doing the same thing over and over. You know, she knows that she's getting countered and stuff like that, but she's trying to figure out what she can do to land shots at Stephanie Hahn.
That right hand down the middle is just money on.
The right hand, it's found a Holm all night. Holly Holm has not been able to find an answer for that shot as a double jab back to the body for Hahn. How do you have this one scored halfway through the first of our 2 title fights?
Halfway through, I have Stephanie Hahn with a 4-2 edge in round 1. She is on top of this. She's landing at a 40% clip with her power shots. 49-46 for Hahn. So far, so good for the champ.
That's it.
Excuse me. Mathing. Hahn is winning. Hahn's winning the fight.
100% as we take a look at some of the replays. It's been the right hand all night, but right there, the left hand.
And so that's one thing that I've seen throughout the whole time. If it's not the right hand, it's the 2-1, the right hand and the jab that comes after it that lands.
As we move on to the second half of this World Championship fight, let's see what adjustments Team Holm can make here to try to close this distance on the scorecards if it does indeed fall in line with what Dan has scored here ringside. What would you be telling her, Nonito, if you were in Holm's corner?
Well, I think that she would be moving around more, you know, doing the double jabs, because the thing about Han is that she's waiting for that right hand or that straight, the left straight, to counter the straight. So if you double the jab, triple the jabs, then that straight will be, you'll see her move, and that's when you can get her. You know, and sometimes don't just finish with the straight, finish with the jab like Han is doing. She'll throw a straight and a jab, and he'll catch Holly Holm. So if Holly Holm does the same thing, she'll catch Han in that way as well. But the problem is that Holm she stops. When her combination or when the distance is not given, she stops her punches and she backs up from there. While Han will pursue the jab, even though the straight doesn't land, the jab will land because she pursues it.
Halfway through round 6, Cristina Poncher, Dan Canobio, and Nonito Donaire here with you. Still to come, our main event tonight, Amanda Serrano versus Reina Tellez. The Unified World Featherweight Championship scheduled for 10 3-minute rounds coming up next in our main event. There, she finally got that left hand timed right, did Holm on Han. Shot she's been looking to land all around there. She hooks it a little bit wide. Got to tighten up on that shot a little bit. Han's output dropped a little bit here, Dan.
Yeah, a little bit. Still 50 punches around. Holm's throwing about 36 around.
Right hand once again for Han.
There's been no jabbing for Holly Holm in this fight. 93% of her jabs.
Yeah, for me, I would advise Holly Holm to double jab, triple jab, go around, because you'll see Han step back to counter the straight, because that's what Holly Holm is going to throw after the jab. So if she continues to jab, Han cannot counter her or catch her movement. But she's been doing the same thing over and over. That's why Han is able to read her movement.
Good job. Good job. You want this? We got it. You got to take control, though. You got to take control. Don't let her take control away from you. We got this fight in the bag. You stay in control. All you have to do is start letting your hands go a little bit more. I need 3 or 4 punch combinations. I need you getting your head off the line a little bit more. Don't walk into that left hand. She's looking to drop that right hand on you, all right? You're doing good.
Holm lands that little overhand left.
Like what you heard out of the Han corner? You got this in the bag, but I want to see you throw more punches.
I do. I mean, he's like, if you want the fight, it's yours. It's there for the taking. You just got to do a little bit more. Throw in more combinations. Concise, clear, accurate instructions from the Han corner. Let's see if she can continue to deliver on that.
It wasn't like, hey, you're up, just let's post. It's, hey, you're up, but let's keep the foot on the gas pedal.
And at the same time, I did hear that, you know, put your head out of the line, which is the case of why Holm is not hitting Han with that straight, because she keeps her head off the line when she throws his punches. Good advice for the corner of Han.
Round 7, this one's scheduled for 10. These two fighters look really good fighting at this 3-minute pace too. We talked about some fighters look better at the 2 minutes. I think that this pace, especially for the champion, Han, has paid dividends for her.
She's pretty steady. She's averaging 46 punches a round. Han has been the definition of steady. Dependable, just like in life.
Yes. Especially the police officer.
Police officer, mother, champion.
Beauty pageant.
You know what you're going to get, and she's been very solid tonight.
Well, and she's been comfortable in the fire. You know what I mean? Even when Holm has tried to close the distance, has tried to make it a little bit rough, her demeanor hasn't changed, her poise, her composure. She's shown that in multiple facets of her life, and she's showing that again tonight in this world title defense, her second with MVP.
Showed it in her last fight when she was caught and dropped in the first round. And it didn't phase her at all what happened here.
And a cut.
Oh,
there's been
baby.
numerous headbutts in this fight. This time it's led to a cut, but looks like it's up pretty high on the forehead of Han, which is not the worst spot to get a cut, as the doctor's going to take a look at it.
That she was cut in her last fight. She gets cut right here.
Well, that was in the first round, so she had to battle with that the entire fight. Here we're in round 7, but with these 3-minute rounds, still a ways to go.
Long time. There's an eternity left in this fight.
But on that hairline, it's going to drip into the eye. So still got about a half a round here in round 7 before they can get to work on that cut. But let's take a look.
Stopped it.
No.
Pavone just wait. He gave a
No, hold on a second.
universal sign for stopping it.
Hold on.
The doctor. The doctor said no.
Okay.
The doctor said no more. Pavone was asking the doctor, and the doctor said it just the blood is just keep gushing. It won't stop.
I mean,
All right, so we're going to go to the
very
scorecard.
demonstrative. Is it over?
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like the fight's over. Everybody
going-
kind of
they're
confused
going
here,
to the
looking
decision.
ringside. But yeah, he's collecting the
going
scorecard.
to
So
the decision.
we're going to go to the scorecards here. They're going to have to score that round 7, and then go to the scorecards. The fight was stopped due to an accidental headbutt.
Well, round 7 was 6-5 edge for Han, and punches landed.
Apparently too much blood is streaming from that cut, and you know, I feel like we've seen worse tonight, to be honest with you, but you know, that's unfortunate because this was a very high-level fight between these two women, and I think that the competitors that both of these two women are, Han's fought through cuts before. She's fought an entire fight with a cut before. I'm sure she would have wanted to continue, but we're going to go to